ever.
Gonna cut in, maybe? Yep. They make it. Good job.
From the orange team gets sent up to 27 Lunas. 27 Lunas gets it sent up to
Luna
second
with the
chases.
power cry on the shot. What a pass by Luna!
So.
Wait, is that the
That's the
GIF?
GIF.
The GIF. It's the GIF of Matt Miko. Yes.
It's the
GIF?
GIF,
The GIF?
of
Yes,
Matt
the GIF
Miko.
of Matt
Yes,
Miko.
it's
Are you serious? How did I run over that? There's no way. There's no way. There's no way.
Wow, you're creepy as
There is like, I could literally right now go download a Walmart asset and put a Walmart down here with parking.
Myself was just saying, we are literally the yin to each other's yang.
Oh, hello everybody. Welcome to the stream here. We got the wireless cast about to start off today with the wireless jacks. We've got Red Matter. You've got me, Palidore. And you've got Defocus, looking mighty 2D at the moment over on the side there. Defocus, what's up? No cams for Defocus, but that's okay because you can be focusing on me. Like Ariana Grande. That's another Ariana reference in like 2 weeks. Focus on me. Focus on me. So, yeah, Wireless Jacks and Red Matter. Excited for this one. We know the good old Jacks here, of course. Been at it for years. And Red Matter, likewise, roster-wise, not sure how long these guys have been around, but player-wise, definitely have seen, play, and casted with all these people. Sizzle, for instance. Casted him recently, played with him recently. He has a Pally soundboard, so whenever I'm casting any of his matches, whether NEPA or here in the Wireless Jacks cast, or Verbal starting soon, I'm going to give him some more clips, at least I'm going to try to, because that soundboard is something else. Never sounds bored. Yeah, we're going to ready him up, so let's get to it. Defocus, tell me how excited you are for this match, and it better be so excited. Oh.
Okay, so my mic was picking up a lot of your voice, so I decided to mute myself. But hello, I'm actually really excited for this one. Red Matter I've seen a couple times before, so them facing the team that I pretty much watch every Monday now. Let's see what they do. But looks like we just had another person drop out.
Doug says speechless. Are you just delayed? Am I delayed? Are you heard Defocus? Can they hear you? I'm
getting feed from my mic input.
Are you trolling me, Doug? Because I've not known you to be a... Oh, you're trolling me. It was a joke, he says. Alright, well, Doug the Troll Marconi. That's noted. I'll never forget. I'm like an elephant. It's very relevant. Anyway, let's have some fun.
Let's have some fun. Let's get this. I think Gil's trying to get back in.
Oh man, Gil late to the show.
Doug.
So I'm like him.
He was here.
Yeah, he to be fair, he was here. And now he's here again. What's up, Brian? Also, Brian Blanchett, Queen Cap, and Jucifer.
What up, everyone?
Howdy.
Howdy.
You can definitely hear the focus now. Good. What's that?
If I put my cams on, you're just gonna see the side of my head. Because I have to turn to face my other screen.
In Hollywood, they call that profile, I think. Right? No?
Good.
Profile?
Good point,
right?
Point. My
right?
profile? Yeah.
Yeah. Just get a defocus profile shot in there. Yeah, it'd be like, actually, if you face it the right way, it'd be like you're just staring into my soul, and we can kind of like look, Anyway.
Oh, good. Okay, well, here we go.
Oh, no, wait, no, Gil's gone again. Gilligan! It's starting, but Gil is gone. Well, here it goes, a 3v4, I guess, so we're on our way. We'll be Jazz with the disc here for Red Matter. Again, Jazz knocked him, Sizzle! And Sokka. On the floor here, on the stack just as well, and in the bubble, a 4-on-1. I can only imagine how this may go, although will.i.am talented he is in the goal. Can't stop that one as knocked him. Gets it from Sokka, and socks him right from the back there. First 2 points. Doug says, 5 spotted also, what's up? Doug says, yeah, it's typed when Pally introduced him and time has passed, let's go. Time has also passed since you typed that, I imagine, but that's okay, we are on constant delay here. But on delay, down the floor, the stacks go, Wireless Jacks. Will be a pass from will.i.am. Sees that sideline, that nugget pass, but unfortunately couldn't get a hold of it. So Jazz and Sizzle linking up down the floor. And down the floor, again, the final stretch on that relay. Oh, but no play, as it's a grab by Noctum there. will.i.am dealing a lot of damage by his lonesome. Venom taking over. Venom down to the trap, over to Blitz. Blitz up high. I wouldn't be surprised if that one would be in, just based on Blitz's history here on some of these casts, always doing him dirty, just like Jazz did right there to Will, with a Dusty, doing him dusty. Down the floor now, a open goal potentially, although an overshoot on it. Jazz with a grab. Jazz from the bottom here now. Gilligan's still waiting to get back in, it seems like. Now, I know Gil sometimes has his midnight o'clock internet issues, but I don't think it's midnight Eastern yet. So, hopefully he gets back in soon. Now, we'll be right back on the recovery here. Jazz dash. And dash they do, as Noctum captures the disc on that other side. D pass a little bit too lead on that lone player, so Will's able to grab. Will's been doing a great job getting back on the defense here and really putting some clamps on them. That time the goal was open, but no shot conceded. So picked up by Saka. Saka bouncing it over right past Jazz and into Noctum's arms. Noctum finds that back board, and Jazz says, "Oh Lord, it's a goal, it's a goal." 4 points here for Red Matter. And with that, we do get the timeout here. Defocus. No Gilligan.
Yeah,
But Wireless Jack's only down by 4.
I know. Not too bad of a start, keeping up that D. I'm just working on some back-end things on my side because I don't know why it's...
Hopefully...
Yeah, words.
words. Hopefully Gilligan gets back here in the next few.
Yeah, it looks like Venom's taking a step over there to at least give him an update, see what's going on. Alright, he's back. I haven't got anything from Gilligan on the back-end Wireless Jack side, so we'll see.
Yeah, I mean, so far so good though. Only down by 4. You know, kind of the warm-up period, anyways, in these first minutes of a round. Wireless Jack's hanging in there as Gilligan gets connection. All right,
Hey, welcome back.
we've got Gil. That is an AOL reference in 2022. So welcome back, Gilligan. Hopefully we've got the rest of the match here with a fully connected Gil. All the meanwhile, Red Matter connecting a couple of times on those backboard plays. Once to Jazz, once to Noctum. The assists coming from Saka and Noctum there as well in those 2 plays, but always a strong spot whenever you can find the backboard goals. 5 spotted saying, Jacks are a reverse sweep team anyways. Well, indeed. I mean, so far, they're only down by 4 anyways, so, I mean, they don't even have to do the reverse sweep. But there are some teams like that, of course. Historically, it was always fun to point out that the Kangarillas in VRML as being kind of the team who did that all the time. But meanwhile, lighting up that shot from deep, not a go, but it might be a second chance here as a ding goes off the post. Anchor shot missed there, Jazz the rebound, Gilligan. So angry from the lost connection, just has to, for once in his life, punch people in the arena. Never does that. But he will reset, does that all the time. Now Saka with the disc, Saka looking for the bottom play to Sizzle and Sizzle. Faux Rizzle. What up, Snoop Dogg? 6 points. Did you know, the focus, that Sizzle moonlights as Snoop Dogg on weekends?
As Snoop Dogg?
Yeah. True facts that I just made up right now. It happened.
Hey, you learned something every day.
Venom there learning not to get rid of the disc, I guess, in time, because he will be Jazz with the hands. Jazz hands? Nope. Couldn't get the goal, though. That probably made sense in my head. Sizzle here with a disc back into the midline. Some good stacks here from teams to get for the team to get back on Red Matter and get that disc into the other side of the arena, although they have been overshooting a few times here and there. Now, Wireless Jacks, they're known for their stacks. Venom, he's known for the shots. You got stacks, you got shots. Inject that into my veins. Not the Venom, though, because that would hurt. It's 3 points on the board for the Jacks. Doug says, Snoop Dogg is my doppelganger. Says TikTok, so it has to be true. Aw. TikTok said that about me, too, and I thought that was unique. I guess we're all Snoop Dogg on this day. Nonetheless, into this next play, a turnover here. Wireless Jacks may be a chance to get another goal on the board, but no, it will be Jazz recovery and another reset out to Noctum. Noctum gets it over to the tunnel, but will.i.am just lurking there like a shark. Now, Gilligan and Blitz there were trying to stack up, but another turn into the other side as a shot turns into a 3-point goal. Do you like jazz? I do. That's a 3. Do you like jazz to focus?
I do. Jazz. It depends on the situation. I'm more of a classical guy, to be honest, but I do still enjoy jazz.
Oh. Do you like classical jazz? Could be a thing. It's a thing. It's a thing. And Gilligan, he'll sing. He likes jazz. He likes 3-point shots as well. So 3 points from Gil, lighting that one up off the assist from Venom. And that's 2 beautiful threes we've seen now. One from Venom, one from Gil, but both of them were equally as quick off the launch because had they held onto the disc for any longer, they would have been stunned, and that disc would have been on the other side of the floor. So really quick reaction times for the boys in blue, as the folks in orange now work their way up the floor. Now Sizzle one side to the other, over to Sokka. Sokka up the floor with a duck, but reading that well was Venom, but getting stunned in the process. Now Sokka to the backboard, open goal, 11-6. Jazz with the 2 points now. 7 out of the 11 overall, though. 7-11. That's convenient. What do we have in store for this team going forward? See what I did there? Is it
I did.
a convenience store? Good. Okay.
I'm listening in, but also problem solving. Trying to find
No worries. Let's continue putting on as they'll continue running on. Blitz! That's a sentence, and Blitz gets the 3 again. 3 threes from the Wireless Jacks has really helped them stay right in striking distance, quite literally, in fact, as they have got those long distance shots. How about it?
I think I just figured it out.
Looks like we figured some things out, too. Always a good thing. Will be a pass into the tunnel now, right to Sokka. Sokka trying to avoid Blitz, but Blitz doing exactly what his namesake says. And they fly down the floor, a pickup by Venom. Venom scored once before, scores again, once more. Squise. What's a squise? Tell me to focus. What's a squise?
A squise. You know, you really got me on that one.
It got me, too.
That was...
Something squise.
A wise squire?
I don't know. It was score, and I combined score with something else. Scores from the sky? I don't know. Squise. Either way, they did it once, they did it twice. And Sizzle here with a reset.
Some wordplay.
Yeah, it can always turn any non-word into wordplay or a pun, I guess. Make up for it with the creativity, the artistry. These two teams, especially the Wireless Jacks, they're showing some of their long-range artistry. That was their first 2 a second ago. Otherwise, they've just been long bombing it. They might even have another chance as a fade away. Oh, put it on layaway. Gilligan. That is what is in store, indeed. Queen Calf saying, hoping for a good made-up decision. Definition. Scores from the skies. I think that's accurate, unless you can give me a better one. I don't know. Squise. It sounds like it's basically something the Queen would say. It's probably an actual word, but it's just Queen would mispronounce it, I guess. I don't know. Let's see. Grab by Jazz. No, never mind. Missed by Jazz. Almost had an open goal opportunity there. And knocked him here with a pass. Another pass. One to the other, to the shoulder, to the goal. Very casual dunk there by Jazz. Just easy does it. Not a problem. Not bothered at all. Wise. Maybe it's like if you want some freshly squeezed orange juice, Queen. Yeah. It's like, can I squeeze you another glass? Yeah. Something you would say. Yeah, that's how you pronounce squeeze, right? Squeeze. Well, maybe not. Either way, into the pass here.
Product that
product.
Squeezes
Squeeze.
for you.
Squeeze orange juice. I like it. I like it. Put it right there next to Leviathan juice from our OCE champs there. That's one of their products. Leviathan juice. Gilligan gets by in their juice? I don't know. It's a fresh drink to OJ, though, in the orange goal at the very least. Gilligan from Blitz there, and I'm pretty impressed because we're at the end of the round, and despite the fact that they were 0-4 at first and went down a few goals at points, I mean, those threes, followed by now the last couple of shots, 2-pointers, I mean, wow. Wireless Jacks, they made up the distance. They're a bunch of track stars, these folks.
Let's see.
Brian cheering on the Jacks there.
Gonna bring you back on cam.
And yeah, so thus far, I mean, first round now, going to Wireless Jack. So like I was saying, to 5-spot it, they might even have to reverse sweep if they can perform like that. You know, take away a few of those threes. I know it's been a common theme in some of my NEPA casts lately. It's just theoretically, if you took away threes completely, or at least a lot of these open ones, what would the difference be in games? I'm sure Red Matter's asking that because Red Matter played very, very well. 9 points there for Jazz, Sizzle with a couple, Knocked with a couple, Saka with no points, but 4 assists, which is awesome to help all the shots. But yeah, I bet they're asking, you know, hey, if you hadn't had some of those open threes, 3 or 4 of them, I mean, that would have been our round. Really the big difference maker there. So, anywho.
Get my camera set up.
Oh, focus with a camera suit, maybe. Maybe.
Can't promise it's gonna work.
No promises, but what I can promise, we do have another round about to start, so here we go.
We do.
Doug with some 90s lyrics for us in there. I think, maybe early 2000s. Bow, wow, wow, yippee-yo. Yippee-yay. Oh boy, I'm just fully embracing the boomer tonight because I know I'm turning 30 in another week and a half as they're going to get a first shot here on the goal, but just miscommunicated there, it looks like. What was that?
I said, oh yeah, your birthday's coming up.
Yeah. And,
It's like, I think I saw something about that on one of the channels.
as a matter of fact, as a red matter of fact, at Red Shift, it'll be my 30 on the 30th. So it's a golden birthday, it's a red shift, it's orange and blue, down for 2, no off the goal. Unfortunately true, but will.i.am gets the rebound, and now a shot bound, but another ding, another rebound, careens, and a save there. It stings from Noctum. Beautiful defense. Gilligan now up the floor. They're going to have another attempt at it yet, and what a slapper of a shot. Looking mighty dapper at that. Blitz, 12:30. It's high noon somewhere. But yeah, that's what I was trying to convince as many people as I can. Like nothing else. If you're not already wanting to go for the sake of the land and the sake of the tourney, just come to see me turn 30, you know? It's an event in itself. It's back into the midfield now. Gilligan with a bouncer, 1 and 2, and down the floor. Couldn't quite pick it up.
Yeah,
Cheers to that, Brian.
I was looking to make it 2. Because I made it to the first one, and it's like, I think it's me to the second one, but now that's this one, so it's going to be a good time. I know a lot of people are going to be joining, so...
Oh yeah. Look, I'm looking like so forward to it. I know it's only been a couple months since the Charity Cup and stuff, but with that, hold on. Oh, that's a charitable pass. Oh, even more charitable. It looked like it kind of hooked. Nonetheless, what a look! Jazz! What a monster! Unintentional, maybe, but a monster. That was the old Oculusator bounce there off the top corner. Looked like both attempts kind of got weird little passes and flings off that they might not have intended, but it all worked out. But yeah, that said, oh, that bouncer, hold on, I was almost in. That said, Redshift is, going to be super fun, without a doubt. I mean, I was saying, like, it's only been a couple months, but it feels like it's already been years since I've seen my people.
Are you going to be casting there too?
Yes, indeed. Yeah. Lot of people would be casting actually. A lot of volunteers. It's sponsored and it'll be produced like on the VRML channels, but pretty much using just got a good combination of vertical casters and really just whoever's there and wanted to. It's a lot easier to coordinate casting, even with people who don't cast a ton or don't cast in VRML. When you're in real life, the whole situation is a lot different. So it's fun, it's easy, just like Gilligan and Blitz with that really efficient backboard passing connection. Easy does it.
Yeah, everybody's there kind of for the same reasons. I mean,
Yeah, exactly. Well, and people like for the in between streams, you know, on camera and stuff, just to say hi, kind of impromptu interviews, and because it's all in real life, you know, if anyone says anything concerning or dumb, you can just like slap them over the head physically. Can't really do that on over Discord, so just whole different dynamic.
Just bring it to in-game.
Exactly. Oh, the carousel move, Jazz getting fancy with it. Going one way, reversing the other. And right now, versing the wireless jacks. Got a tie, 4-4, not too shabby. But for those also hanging around, of course, Monday evening, so new week, new streams. Of course, we got Nepa streams tomorrow, got Vermal streams this weekend, and this evening, obviously, Wireless Jackson Red Matter, as well as 2CQ coming up just after this. And wow, Blitz! That was a swell pass from Venom, and it gets himself a goal yet again. 7 points for Blitz. And Venom, the 3 assists. What's your favorite part? The focus of like an Echo offense, because different people like different things. I'm more of like I love the cut passes, like the cross passes. Some people are more of like the jukes. Some are the long bombs. But I don't know. What's your favorite type of scheme?
I hate all of them because as a goalie, juking is probably my worst. Like when someone's spinning around, coming into bubble. It's literally the worst. It pulls you out, it tricks you. If you're really creative with that. So I would say that's probably the worst. On the opposite side, though, I mean, I'll probably say more for my team, or during playing, cross passes more than anything. Trying to get creative with keeper position for the cross passes to essentially just knock it right in. I think cross passes has a lot of potential, especially when it comes to just.
Oh, hold on! Knocked him! I gotta stop you because Knocked him just dropped him from the midfield with a 50-meter fling. That's a half century, but that is a full shot from Knocked him on that. Which is, hey, people have gotten so good at those bounces. That's another one you can throw in the different types of offensive plays. How about the ones where you don't actually have a line of sight, but you do have a bounce on a wall or floor somewhere? Stellar. That was beautiful from Knocked him, and now he just knocked him loose here on a loose disc. Wireless Jacks trying to get back it, but no, the stragglers from the rebound now on the backboard will be taken by Will. Missed opportunity there at a potential 3, but Blitz is going to work this up the floor quickly, waiting or hoping for the Stacks to get back, although they are very split up at the moment, so will.i.am just going to have to do it himself, but no, top shelf, make it bottom pocket as Knocked him locks it on the defensive end. Will be Venom there, the rebound. Venom sending it over to Will. Will with an angle at the Blitz pass, little too misled, but it will be grabbed back for a moment anyways. Sizzle now, a weird bounce off the corner of the barrier. Will get the rebound, tapping it over into the bow tie. Bounces to Venom, interception, turnover. Back into the trap, collection by Blitz. Blitz on the cross pass, but another one kind of gets sent right back at the passing area. Little bit of struggle passing here, just trying to connect, but a lot of that chaos here as we see unfold sometimes at Echo. Now Will with the disc trying to find Blitz up top. Sizzle now contesting very, very well. A few people in the bubble defensively for Red Matter. They're doing a good job to press a little bit, but not get too out of the goal. As a shot there from below, Knocked him again. Locked and loaded. Knocked him has been on a tear now, offensively, defensively. If that bounces in, I'm leaving. It does not, though. Knocked him does get a rebound. Oh, almost had the 3, and Knocked him shaking the fist at the end, saying, oh, that was mine, that was mine. Not happy about the steal, and won't be happy if this goes in, but fortunately for Red Matter, Sizzle is able to get there, or Jazz, rather, on the recovery and clear. Now that bounces, jeez. Oh, jeez! I thought the first one was going to be in. Then the second one, well, it sure was. Lost the handles, unfortunately, and it goes sailing in. That goal was open. Goalie was AWOL. hence sail. Da-na-na-na-na-na. Anyway. Unfortunate turn of events there to focus, but that said, they could always make it up with a passing play on this side of the floor. So Gilligan now will have some options on the bottom and the left side. They opt for Will and opt for Blitz, and Blitz hits, as is often the case. Only a 3-point game. That's how you kind of make up for some of those, long bombs to focus, right? The long shots can hurt a team when you see those go in. Especially like the saves as well. Like you get saved on, you get long bombed. I mean, that can demoralize a team, but when you can come back and still score right after, it's kind of a good sign of that mental fortitude.
Yeah, like one of the worst things is just when you have such a perfectly executed passing play, making it all the way down, get bubble. Oh, yeah, talking about that. Just GP1.
Yeah, it was a great first save, but talk about things that can also discourage you, right? As a goalie getting a save, only to still have him get it back and scored on like a second later. That also stings, I think. I mean, I'm not a goalie, but...
Just went in the back of my head. So many times, yeah, you go in for a save, you get it, and then it'll steal it right out of your hands because they just came back from being stunned out or whatever else and pushed it right in. That was...
Almost I got that. We've seen 2 of them now happen. But that said, that's gonna get them the win. I'm not sure what's happening on the wireless cast tonight. We've seen 2 self-goals in the span of about a minute, and then one at the very end to end it.
Speechless.
It's still early in the night, but I'm already pally-floored. My goodness. Well, that did happen.
Bring that in. Pally-floored. Yeah. What's going on, guys?
The reset in what was looking like a win to be fair, I'm gonna be clear with you guys because I said it to defocus too. In prep for Redshift, I'm trying to unscrew up my sleep schedule, so I'm still kind of fresh off the sleep. I won't lie. My mornings and nights are totally shifted. But if my half sleepless math is correct, Red Matter was about to win that one, and then a self-goal 3 lost that one. Dang.
Yeah.
Am I right or am I wrong?
Yeah.
It's so unusual to see self-goals often, much less 2 of them, and much less one that actually decides the game. Very unfortunate.
Yeah. 3 lefts make a right. Or don't. Do they?
I think 3 lefts make a north. Don't quote me on that, but that's math. All right, so into the 3rd round. I mean, again, in wireless cast, all the rounds get played in a match, regardless of who actually wins the series. But yeah, that was looking like a guaranteed 3rd for a second there, and just a wild ending. Kind of different self-goals, one for each team, undoing each other in a sense, but did get Wireless Jacks that comeback victory, basically, when it was looking like Red Matter. They were in great control for a lot of that lot of that second round. Right now, they just got to get back that control, get back some of that confidence, show some of that dominance on the passing end. Will.i.am, though, once again on the save, will just undo all the attempts here and now get down to the goal for maybe a walk-in, but Gilligan being walked upon there, trounced by 3 different players, essentially. Red Matter getting a clear. So a blitz from up high. Just going to hold on to it for a moment, waiting for the passing lane to develop. Venom now with another cross pass, some long distance pass, but good accuracy. There you go, back and forth. A great dive out from Saka. Oh, don't know why I said Sock. I know what Saga is. Avatar is one of my favorite shows, although it is spelled a little differently. That said, though, Noctum, Soxum, Rock'em Sock'em Robots here in Echo Arena. 3 points first on the board, Red Matter. To focus, you got to stop me. I'm making way too many 90s and 2000s references. I'm exposing my age. We've got Rock'em Sock'em.
What do you say? What is that?
Wait, do you know what Rock'em Sock'em robots are?
Me? Is that a personal question?
Yeah.
I think we determined we're the same age, or very close. Yes, I do.
Good. I'm sure. So Doug definitely knows. Queen probably knows. 5 star. Actually, yeah. So you know what? All the people who are here, watching, listening, casting. Otherwise, I think we're all of the same decades or so. So I think I'm fine. I'm among people. My people.
You're among your people. Pally's people.
Pally's people. There you go. If I ever become an influencer, that's my thing. Pally's people. Oh, Jazz creeping in on all defenders. Didn't matter. How about that move? Queen Cap saying, oh, Doug saying, definitely no. Queen saying, that you're old? Yes, I know. Yeah, seeing if people are on board with the references, because so far I've gotten, like, what, Snoop Dogg in there, I've gotten Rock'em Sock'em Robots, I'm full of 20 to 30-year-old references now. See, it's like I'm approaching a new decade of life, and now I just can't help it. I'm going full send as Blitz just as well sends it in from the backboard. We've seen that over and over. 4 points now for the Jacks. Rock'em Sock'ems were way before the 90s. That was fair. I guess they were invented maybe earlier, but they were popular in the 90s. I know that much. Saw the commercials so much growing up on Nickelodeon. Rock'em Sock'em. And wait, isn't that like an Echo voice line too or something?
What was that stretchy, like, arm, strong man? Do you remember
Stretchy arm.
Stretch Armstrong?
Stretchy arm, strong man.
Literally something like Stretch Armstrong.
Maybe. I mean, Stretch Armstrong is definitely a thing. I don't know if that's what you're thinking of. Probably. Either way, these guys are going the full stretch with these threes. Their arms are strong, aren't they? 18 points for Jazz.
Yeah, I'm thinking about
off that.
Now I'm thinking like Kids Bop, Transformers,
Kids
all
Bop.
the old stuff you would see on like the midnight commercials.
Oh yeah, good times. Although bad times there for Jazz losing the disc out. We'll send it over to Will, though, in the midfield, taking it right back for them. Gilligan now approaching the bubble, has a couple of passing options, goes for the backboard instead. Gilligan seeing the angles, hitting that pyramid, and links the 2. 2-point game. Control for Red Matters still, by a little bit. Queen Cap saying, she's so cultured. Her son has an old school Rock'em Sock'em robot game. Very cultured, yes. I think Rock'em Sock'em is kind of a game in itself, isn't it?
Video game?
Maybe.
Maybe
1964 says Arthur.
I
So
told you
wow.
beforehand, like I'm sick. I have a cloud brain right now. I don't know where my mind is how my mind is piecing some of these things together. It just is.
Well, hey, you're among fine company. We're all a little bit cloudy, and again, it comes with the age to focus. So it's, you know.
Are you calling me old?
Well, I mean, I'm calling me old, and you said we're basically the same age or like within a year. So therefore, we're all old here.
Hey.
Yes, I'm calling you old. Oh man. Okay. Anyways, we're amongst other fogies here. Venom collects a disc, though. A nice passing play on the other end by Red Matter to get that last score. Will be a 4-point advantage for them, and maybe disc advantage in a second. Jazz with a quick pick and backs it out before passing it forward. Throwing it over to Sizzle and Sokka now from the left corner, left trap, and we'll send it to the right corner, bouncing right into the hands of Will. Will send it down the floor. A stack broken up, but Gil is still going to at least get there to contest a little bit. Tough clear. Will ricochet a few times. Knocked him getting stunned out by Gilligan. Now Gilligan has that pass well communicated and well shot. It's Venom from 9 meters deep. Assist to Gil. 1-point game. Wireless Jacks right back in it again. Saw this in multiple rounds now. All 3 of them, in fact. 1, 2, and 3. It's been a case where Red Matter pulls ahead early. A 2-3 goal lead at some point in the early to mid game. And then by the end, the Wireless Jacks just mount a nice comeback where they score a few in a row, they pull ahead. I mean, history might be repeating itself here if Red Matter is not careful. Jazz, though, being taken off guard by Blitz, or Will.i.am, rather. Excuse me. Again, I'm old. Can't see. That said, though, Will.i.am playing that spectacular goal defense, showing those great optics and taking them off guard while the head was turned. That said, got to be on guard in that shot because we've seen those bounce shots float in earlier on and might go again here as a rebound is had by Saka. Saka with, no block up because he just got stunned. So down the floor, it's tossed into the Cloud. And from the Cloud, we've seen people make it rain appropriately for the Wireless Jacks, although that time not the case, but it will be Gilligan getting the disc once more. Now Will over to Gil. Bouncing high, and Saka the tap out. We'll just slide right past Will. Now a bit of a conversion in the trap, and Saka again, recovery. Wow, perfect bounce in fact. That was delightful. Jazz on the cross. Too much speed on that boosting player. I think it was knocked him, so it was hard on the lead there. But Jazz there trying to lead it to the top and lead him to the 12-9 advantage.
Looks like he got knocked out right in the last second there.
I got it just in time. So it wasn't a particularly speedy shot, but just because it was placed high up in the pocket, gave it that extra little advantage of going in. Or potential to go in, at least. So Will now to Gil on the bounce. Gil picking it up, checking behind. Once and twice, needs to get rid of that one. And the perfect pass, saving it. It's knocked him. Knocked him has had 4 saves credited. Might be even more, just based on eye tests, though. Has really been right in there, kind of doing similarly to what Will.i.am has done for years for Wireless Jacks defensively. Noctum has been doing the same there in the goal as well. And Jazz, another nice dive. Really like the defense we're seeing from Red Matter. They are definitely seeing red right now. Trying to go for those brawls, break up those stacks, and at the same time link up to get their own because they have themselves an open goal. It's just a gift impending. Knocked him there. One on the goal. Keeping end. And no, a zero angle shot will be denied by the post as Blitz now sends a slapper to the mid zone. So here we are, last 30 seconds, a lead, precarious lead maybe. If they can score here, that would be some certain ice. Here it goes, and there it shall be, 14-9, sizzle to Noctum, and the third round taken by Red Matter. But set as a whole, taken by Wireless Jacks, and the first 2. By the way, we still got another one coming soon. No, that was a pretty fun round. Fun few rounds, actually. They were all mighty close. Thoughts on it? To focus, or stats or otherwise? What sticks out?
I'm going to bring over the stats so that we can take a look at those. But Wireless Jacks, I mean, I just feel like they're a little off tonight. Whether it's the dropping, server issues, I mean, Gilligan's still popping off a little bit, but still, like, the overall team is just not in sync like they normally are.
And still in sync enough. They got the 2 wins. Although the second one again was on a very unusual self goal. Yes. From the other end. So, yeah. But I mean, keeping it close. Very. I think both teams definitely. There's been some of that the drop passes and some of that midfield chaos as we see. But we see that at every level too, for sure. Mentioned that a lot also because like Echo Arena's gotten so fast, and the thing is because I also played the Wireless Jacks. I don't know, maybe a month ago, for the wireless cast, I was playing with Entropic Force in that one. We got smoked. Well, won't sugarcoat it, but a lot of it was just the fact that their speed was something else. Because you already go into these matches knowing that Wireless Jacks are fast and that they are well connected in terms of like their passes and chemistry, and they are. But it's another thing to kind of experience it in the first person, right? And that speed especially just takes you off guard when you just can't even get to the disc in time or figure out your next pass because they're already brutalizing you by the time you pick it up.
Yeah, their stacks. Yeah, they've just been playing so long with each other. They have that like synchronicity almost about themselves. Just that they know where they're going to be. They know where they need to be. They know if someone's over on right shoulder where they need to be or who they're stacking with. It's just when you play with the same people for so long, you pick up all those same rhythms.
Yeah, absolutely, and we see that from Wireless Jacks. I mean, to date, as far as much as the meta and the teams across Echo have advanced and stepped up in skill and chemistry these last couple of years, I mean, Wireless Jacks still, I would place them among the best passing teams there are, and certainly just chemistry teams in general, despite the fact that they have not played, like as a Vermal team or otherwise, like they do these wireless scrims every week, but otherwise throughout the rest of the week, I mean, these guys are, just playing either, in Vermal or NEPA or otherwise kind of doing their own thing, right? But despite that, like, they've still kept and advanced the chemistry in themselves, and they've kept right up there with the best teams, really, in terms of having that kind of game. So it's been fun to witness, and Cass as well.
Yeah, exactly. They've gone up against all sorts of other teams. People just looking to challenge them, and they still dominate. They still are just consistent with their performance, and that's why I was just saying tonight they're just a little off, compared to what they normally are. And I don't know what that may be, but yeah, still a great team. Still, the stacks are still fast as ever.
Mm-hmm.
Throws still on point.
Have you ever watched corridor crew videos? I feel like you're someone who would. No? No, okay, never mind then. Corridor Crew on YouTube. A lot of fun. It's like stuntmen react or VFX artists react, stuff like that. They just kind of go through a bunch of like movie clips and stuff and kind of analyze. Anyways, what you said kind of brought up a quote that I just heard on an episode that I watched like earlier today regarding VFX. Because you said Wireless Jacks, their chemistry is so high level on the average that like when they don't meet that high expectation, it seems like it's off, even though they again won 2 rounds still. It's something in that episode that I watched from the VFX Reacts episode earlier on was just talking about how same thing with like visual effects, right? And in movies, 90%, 95, 98% of the movie could be ace. You don't notice anything out of place, but the one little badly done effect that gets recognized will make a crowd say, "Oh, that doesn't look right." That's the visual effects for this movie are just not good because of that one scene that looks not good. It's when you set that high level, it's like you have to beat it all the time, or else it's just glaring omission,
Yeah, I think that has to deal with the matter of achieving not necessarily perfection, but when you correct so many different things, people have less to focus on, so they pick up on the tiniest things. That aren't that important, and it's just a matter of, hey, everything else is going well, so what else can we pick up on for something like that? So, and especially with someone that goes along with that too. When someone establishes a rhythm, and you see consistent patterns, and so you do notice, when those things go off.
Yeah.
What we're waiting on here either.
Well, it looks like Gilligan is currently resetting again, perhaps. Not in the arena at the moment. So, yeah, traditionally we do play, by we, I mean they, play the second sets, two sets in the wireless cast, all 3 rounds of each set. So, I'm assuming that's still definitely the case. Yes. But
we're just waiting for Gilligan to get back.
Yeah. What's up, Princess, over in the chat also, stopping by another person that I'll see in Redshift very, very soon.
Monday night.
I got Princess in there, Jazz Dash stopping by post round saying GG's. GG's. I assume the maybe is because of the second round, but it happens. Self goals. We see it. Yeah. Fortunate thing, it's a scrim, right? So you can kind of get away with a little bit of chaos in scrims in comparison. It was still well played, like on the whole. All right, there was a lot of great plays. I mean, you can see just on the board there, the stats-wise, an incredible amount of assists between Red Matter. So talk about chemistry. I mean, they were locked on with a lot of great assisting plays. Especially, I mean, Sokka was 7. I love that, for sure. Got to keep it, the passing fluid, like a water bender. It's Sokka. But yeah.
Yes.
Also, I kind of wonder if that's an actual reference, because again, it's not spelt the same, but I'm assuming it's a Avatar reference. I don't know. That's easily top 3 favorite shows for me, though. You ever seen it? Last Airbender?
Oh yeah. I'm excited. I could get into the entire like world that they're about to dive into. Everything that's going on.
Yes. They got like what, new live action and also like new animation, like for Netflix or something.
They have their like entire world being built out. Oh, and my screen is off. Okay.
All right, next round, I think. So we're ready to go, but indeed, let's see if we can bend this one to their will, as it'll be Will just going 3 on 4 again. Now, this is kind of deja vu, because we saw how this is how the first round started of the first set, where for the first several minutes, Gilligan was unfortunately missing, and they went down by a couple of goals, the Wireless Jacks did, but then Gil came back, and they ended up winning at the end by a small margin, so... Don't discount the Wireless Jacks here and their ability to play hard no matter the situation. Numbers here, advantage to Red Matter, but will it matter is the question. A bounce down below, picked up by Sokka. Sokka over to Jazz. There's the assist, but a little too gradual with it. And an easy save there coming in from Will. Meanwhile, Gilligan back in the arena, or at least momentarily. Should see him soon. And a first score maybe impending for the Wireless Jacks, as they're just going to drag it here. Wait for the lanes to form. And the long pass, strong pass, goes past Will. Now Sizzle getting stunned with a clear down the main. And there indeed is Gilligan now joining on this side of the arena. Venom picking it up, setting it over to Will.i.am. Gilligan over on the nest and says, hey, the nest IB. And the test, off the head of Sokka. Hey, right back into it. I mean, Gilligan on an assist, and Sokka nearly a save, sort of, but just bounces off the dome. I can just imagine DeFocus also cringing at that one as goalkeeper. Seeing these grab backs on goalies, these headbutts on goalies.
I talk up a lot too about the not forgetting about the headbutt. Like when you get knocked out, you can still use your head in goal.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
Yeah. Then we talked about his goalie video he did Venom over and over again, and I honestly can't say how many times I've watched that either. I took a lot of notes away from that in terms of what I do in goal.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, Dimwee's shout out to Sir Dimwee, of course, his 3-minute meta videos that he's made. Definitely very helpful. Also super popular there. Likewise, the Venom obviously makes a ton of great content and gets a ton of great views there on the tubes and whatnot. As a shot from the tube, make up the tunnel, and will be trouble as Blitz comes sailing in like a saint, and they're up by 4 here. I'm trying to analyze Doug's comment in the Twitch chat. It's so long. This is Twitch, Doug. I'm trying to read. Something 3v4 situational awareness. I probably agree with you. My attention is now elsewhere though.
Yeah.
That said, a pick back here on the bottom of the floor. Also in the Twitch, crazy, saying Sizzle is crazy. I agree. Crazy, cracked. All of the above, as they'll just get through the cracks of the defense. Jazz to the aforementioned, but could not go forward with a goal. Tried to paint the bottom pocket on a Strandy Randy there. Had no momentum coming off of the stunt. Wasn't able to muster it in. But that said, on the opposite side, will they muster this one in? No! No muster, therefore. Will be up to them to catch up on the disc. It's Sokka with the slap. Now, take back looks like by the Jacks, and just getting back in time. Dragging it is Sizzle, and able to get that partially cleared. Meanwhile, Jazz now doling out those punches in bunches as the disc goes flying on by. Jazz, another flapper, but... And Jazz having a tough time having enough time to even get a clear, because every single grab, Jazz has just met with an immediate stun, so just couldn't even really line up too many clears besides those slaps. Now, Will here with a pick back. tapping off into the Pac-Man, right to the Ghost, into the Backman, to the front. Oh, but unfortunately, the best goalkeeper NA, as we often say, oftentimes just that goalpost. Ding-a-ling, ding-ding, but here comes Will.i.am for another attempt at fling a pass, and there it is again! The goal saying hello with another ding. Both teams here, we've seen a few of them in this round, a few and a half, in fact. Just the offense here. I mean, the passes are on point, it's just the finishes not quite there. The finishing touches. So let's see if they can capitalize here for Red Matter. They've got a beautiful read right into the recovery. Oh, but Noctum couldn't get that slap through that goal. Good awareness, though, from the defense to get back on the floor, get back on their stacks, get a deep, deep shot. That's going to bounce bottom and picked off by Sizzle. Again, good reads here by the boosting players, but it's producing no offense for the last minute or two. That said, taking it back, and that's not a minute or two. That's a minute or 3 from Noctum after 2.5 of stalemate. I mean, they were everywhere. That disc was everywhere. The passes were everywhere. Basically, that disc in those 2 minutes, 29 seconds, it touched every single part of the arena except the inside of the goalpost. Until just then. And ooh, nice recovery there from Will. So Venom here taking it right back, sending it into the midfield. It's Jazz now trying to collect that disc, but Gilligan with a stun and the pickup. Gil, a left lane send to Venom. Venom will line it up. Looks a little bit low, but there's a stack there impending. But sneaks past 1, sneaks past 2, but not past Gil. Now they can make it a passing play into the goal, but another stun. Beautifully played by the defense. Really making it a struggle here to score for the Wireless Jacks. But that said, struggling again because Noctum, right in the goal, gets another save. The first of this set, maybe the 5th or 6th overall, as that goes right past on the backboard and just couldn't turn the head in time. Reached the hand back, but just couldn't quite nab it. So only 51 seconds off the clock that time. A lot quicker compared to that last 2:29. And with that, despite the fact that it has taken multiple attempts for the Wireless Jacks, they still find themselves with a few points advantage here in this first round of the second set. Now off into the bubble, recollected by Noctum, but likewise it's Blitz gathering it back. There's the pass, and you see there's the chemistry we talk about, where the passes have been on point really, and they know where to go right when they get that disc.
That was a great steal from Blitz. Definitely nice job on that one. I knew exactly to throw it to Venom was just sitting right there because goalie was already in place.
Yeah, just high chemistry. I mean, their pass, despite the fact that the shots have dinged a few times in this round, it's through no fault of the passes, because they've just been right on the money in terms of, here, this is where I need to send it. You see right there. I mean, the finish wasn't there, but again, right after the turnover was caused, they already knew exactly where their teammate was going to be. As a great grab from Blitz, gets the opportunity. Back pass and kind of goes right through the midst of Venom there, who gets a little bit of a leech as the shot goes right out. It'll bounce a few awkward times, kind of crisscrossing, zigzagging into the top of the bubble and then back out to the wedge, where it's going to be picked up and sent right into the bubble where Venom was lurking. And that's right back into the orange zone off a clear. Now a shot there, picked back, and Will also getting a hand on it, it looks like. Venom getting the hand on it, but getting hands on him too from Saka. Throwing that boomerang, it seems, as they need to turn around and boomerang back into the midline, or through the midline and into the offense here. They haven't seen a goal in a little while, and they want to change that right about now. It's Noctum and gets it through the defense. One way or the other. The power move, as we call it. Sort of. Not really. How does that one make you feel?
Just walks out up front, right into goal. Throws it in your face and then scores. Love it.
Yeah, well, disc turned blue, but it'll make them feel blue because a little bit of a Chicago there. A little bit of a Chicago there, but again, they needed that goal, and they got that goal. And hopefully that can stabilize them here to maybe make a late run here to tie it up. They need to score here soon, and unfortunately that defense is able to get back, so they're going to have to go for the bold plays. Oh, they go for the 2. And with that, it's a 1-point advantage, but the time probably going to be out. So maybe a bit of a miscommunication there on Red Matter's end, because they definitely needed to drag that out and attempt a 3 one way or the other. The only way they would have come back in that round. With that, Wireless Jacks do take the 1-point victory. So we've seen it go a couple of, close games just go the opposite way of like where Red Matter had their chances, right, at being the victor, but then just at the very end, these little things that happen that ends up going to the advantage of Jax. So you had that self goal in round 2 of the first set that decided it, and then in this one, the first round of the second set now, again, a potential to maybe tie it up at the very least, but they were just not able to get that 3-point or recognize that they needed the 3-point. And it's just like those little that cost those particular rounds, and what otherwise were, like, all of these rounds so far have been close from the very beginning. So they really could have gone either way. What's that?
Just definitely very competitive teams. Like, they're very neck to neck. Very close in skill levels.
Yeah, absolutely. That's great. Great to see for sure. I see. I'm curious here.
Looking at stats, just point distribution, and it's like, I mean, overall pretty. Red Matter's got the more points spread out, but Wireless Jacks, I mean, 3 of their players double digits. Can't really say too much about that as we're coming back in.
I'm checking out because I was curious myself, just looking at the roster here and such. So yeah, Red Matter was Diamond and Verma last season, and they've been around since season 3 of VRML. Now going into this new season. Definitely showing their stuff here so far, and despite the fact that they've narrowly missed a couple of potential round wins, they've still, on the whole, been impressive with some good chemistry. But that said, chemistry is the name of the game of the Jacks, as we've seen, and executing those passes as they do, although the defense for Red Matter in many junctures have been very good at diving those passes, those crosses into the bubble, especially down center. I know Jazz has been doing a lot of those dives, especially. But that said, they need to get back and dive again. And look, right on cue. Isn't it nice when I say something and it just works out and makes me look like I know what I'm talking about sometimes? Because right there, Jazz dived it, secured a disc, caused a turnover. But unfortunately for Red Matter, the case has been, at least as of the last round and a half now, where they haven't been able to really turn it into the offense as much. Their defense has been locked on. But the offense is what they need, and the offense is what they get. No offense, but also yes offense from Jazz. That is an assist on the board, and there we go. That's exactly what they need to do, because as I said, they've turned over some good defensive plays where they're forcing the Wireless Jacks to take a ton of shots and pass attempts in order to get what's theirs, the points they want so much. But Red Matter has just been struggling to get it onto this side of the floor and score. That said, twice in a row is going to set them in a much better pace and a much better mental state of sorts. They're feeling in that flow now when you can see that disc go in a couple of times in a 30-second span. That's 4 quick points. So with that, still early in this round. Gilligan here, passing it over to Blitz. Blitz working it up the floor now, and we'll just back it out once again. Nice and calm to Venom. And likewise to Will on the other side. Goal is covered there by the stack. They're just kind of playing the lanes a bit. The pass too strong and overtaken by Saka, who flings it upwards. Now upwards and onwards, and does hurt, but just misses. Another rebound, though, coming in. Noctum has an option to the post, but Chris, when they should have crossed, a little miscue on the passing play that time around, as Blitz and Gilligan now look to dribble down the floor just as well. Will and Venom, and Will gets the 3. Iron Will, not only in the goal, but also can find of the enemies, as that will be their first points in round 2. So good shots here coming in, and certainly the 3-point shots are what Wireless Jacks were taking great advantage of in the earlier rounds at times to mount some of those comebacks. And they will take the disc back. So Gil, this could be a repeat of history, but could not get the 3. No mystery as it will be into the wedge. It's Jazz. Eventually, oh, maybe not. Just struggling on the read there, so it will be still to the Wireless Jacks. So Gilligan here, another drive up the floor. They have all the options in the world. Basically, all 4 Wireless Jacks players cutting at the same time to give them the maximum amount of options to pass to and keep the defenders on their toes. Definitely a tough thing to address as a defense. You know, keep that disc moving, and it's hard to accommodate because you have to kind of crank your head one direction and the other, and especially on those really tight cross passes which are played close to the goal. It's just hard to even turn in time and kind of prepare yourself to make a save before the shot's already in your face. Now, a lot of players in their face at the moment with a lot of stuns piling up here inside the trap, unfolding into Jazz's hands there. You'll now have some time to just walk it up, looking like maybe a one-on-one indeed. Oh, but couldn't convert on that. Jazz with a stun and a bottom pocket ding, but a rebound from Saka. Saka to knock him on the shoulder. Knocked him with a crossover, and again, another one of those cuts where maybe the pass was intended for an anchor, but the player had cut. So a little bit of the miscommunication here in the round, and again, see that from time to time. On the whole, the chemistry has been great from Red Matter, but great save from Red Matter. Saka, I'm not even sure he was looking, just lurched the hand out, and got a handout in a sense. Has knocked him there, looking to complete the play, but no charity given. From Gilligan now with a clear, as it will be a deep fling from Will, and there's Gilligan, but couldn't meet the pass, but the pass will be met eventually off the wall by Blitz. So Will eventually gets his assist, and what a hit from deep, 12 meters in fact, as the defense was draped all over him. How about that shot? 4.5 remaining in this second set. Brian in the chat shouting out how nice that was, and nice it was. Yeah, Blitz is one of those players, as Will hits this one. Another 3, it's starting to pull away here. But Blitz is one of those players who've shown on these casts, whether in VRML in years past or on these wireless casts a multitude of times, doesn't seem to be really bothered at all by the presence of defense, whether in the goal or all over him, physically on the outer edge of the bubble or otherwise. He's been able to focus and make these devastating shots from deep. Now, Jazz getting stunned out by Venom. Venom doling out the brawls. Let's see. So far, they have Venom with 28 stuns. Only second to Gilligan, of course, who has 54, but otherwise, a lot of stuns there from Venom as well. Now, knocked him with the disc here. Has a couple of options, and the pass there hitting the shot, unfortunately, not quite. So an attempt there will just be sent right back into the mid lane, where it might go to the Wireless Jacks. Meanwhile, Red Matter trying to get back into the goal. They do so quite nicely. Jazz recovering there with knocked him on the stacks. And a deep fling to I was going to say slight cherry pick, but not really, because will.i.am was playing even deeper than Sizzle and is able to cover the goal. Sizzle, though, sending it, and the communication on point that time on a very hurt goalie. Locks it in from 15 meters. Off the stun lock, in fact. So, hey, what a way to get back on the scoreboard there. Some of the close-up shots were not working, and those cross passes, they just kind of went for the old classic goalie stun. I'm sure DeFocus also loves.
Saw that from far.
So Jazz here with a recovery, tries for the Dusty that time, doesn't get the stun, but does throw an interception ultimately to Venom. Now another passing play here. Might have even had an open shot potentially, but already had kind of lined up their pass intentions. Meanwhile, the shot intentions will just graze the backboard, and Jazz being, well, more than grazed with the stuns, more like raised, I guess, as it goes back into the orange zone. Nobody quite in goal yet, so Gilligan with a easy does it 2 from the back. So about a minute 40 here in the last, or second to the last round. Wireless Jacks capturing themselves a 6-point lead. So definitely strong, but not a guarantee yet, especially if you get some fast plays here from Red Matter. And fast it is. There it goes. That's what they needed. It's a 3-point game, that is, off of 3-point shots, and still a minute and change left. So that puts Red Matter still in very nice position to potentially come back on this round. Now, three of the 4 players all have 5 points for Red Matter, so very equal distribution on the score again there. Everyone has an assist, which I like to see. They have the disc, which they like to see, but will they keep it is a question. Could not find that clear. Goes softly into Gilligan's arms. Gilligan now with a few hesitation moves before finding that pass to Venom. Venom with one more to Blitz, and he hits, and that's the classic Jax play right there. Where they just have that middle cross from the barrier or the post, and leaving no time, essentially, for the goalkeeper to do much about it once that pass connects. Beautifully done. With that did secure them that round. Second round, and therefore second set will ultimately be here to the Wireless Jacks. Now, off an Ox shot, we saw that happen in the first round earlier on. But Jazz was able to rebound it and send it in to make it a 3-point game once more. But again, just no time. And yet here we are at the end of what is the 5th round overall across these 2 sets. And yeah, every single one, the focus has still been exactly like this. Yeah. Within like 1 or 2 goals, close every single time.
Yeah, exactly. Just
So wonderfully done.
They're almost trading, but they're not trading. And also, sorry, I started to get a little quiet there. The more I got into it, the game making me a little queasy.
Oh man, VR sickness, and you're not even in VR.
Dude, I don't know what's going on. We're back on. But hello. Yeah.
Oh, good. We got you. We got it. That said, Red Matter here. Sorry, they ruined the symmetry. I was going to say they had 3 players with 5 points each, but now it's Jazz with 7 in there. But yeah, this is another one of those games where the results I think will be a little misleading to, as far as like to how close it actually was, right? Because Jax won the first set, 2 out of the 3 rounds, and then they've won at least 2 out of the 3 rounds in this set. We still have 1 more to play. But again, results versus eye test. Eye test, says that Red Matter is doing very well and they're playing very close. Just not quite enough. No, yeah. I think so. Those are like combined stats because we say in the same server, I imagine. So those are like the collective stats across 2 sets, mind you guys. So they're kind of correct, but also kind of not.
They're kind of correct.
But yeah, I mean, keep in mind too, because Wireless Jacks, I know it's been some time since they've been playing in VRML, but I mean, they squeezed right there into to a master tier in season 2, I believe it was. They were a really awesome story to follow for sure, because they rose the ranks throughout the course of the seasons, and just continued to impress and work their way up all the way to the finals weekend, or the I guess penultimate weekend, if I recall right, and they upset some higher ranked teams as well. I mean, this is a team who is very familiar with that top level of play. And so Red Matter here, again, Diamond team last season, looking to potentially be one of those teams that advance into that next level. High Diamond, Master. I know we got a lot of volatility in the league this season for sure. A lot of roster changes and uncertainties. Ignite breaking up, and just a lot of uncertainties. So really, for teams like Red Matter, who will be playing in VRML this season. This is kind of a, this is like, I don't know what we call it. It's blood is in the water, basically, for all these new gen teams looking to kind of collapse on the old ones, I guess, as they change their rosters or disband or otherwise. So a blitz here from the skies, one lane to the other. And again, the Jax Classic. Right to left, left to right, doesn't really matter because it ends the right way, which is to say, the receiver catches it, they're about 2 feet from the goal at most. That's going to be hard to save every time.
Love getting a 17 right to the face.
Yeah.
A
I mean,
3 meter
from that
18.
from that close up, it's hard to save, even for the best goalies. Just if nothing else, Chicago's as well kind of helps the case. But
Yeah.
very hard reads from that close out, and wow, talk about close shots. Also tough angled shots. Gilligan with a sweeping hook, looking a little bit like Kareem there, the sky hook. Brian also in the chat shouting out the Venom and Blitz duo. Very well connected on the floor, speedy as anything else. So Sizzle down the floor, Sokka now with the pass to Jazz, has the angle, but unfortunately bounces off of the bottom of the sneeze guard, that barrier. Meanwhile, down the floor, some nice redirects here. Gilligan trying to bury this one as he bounces it waywards into a recovery, but a snatch from Venom, and down the hatch. It's 6 points. Wireless Jacks now with a few goal lead in the third round. So again, for those also tuning in, I'll of course remind some more later on, but we do have 2CQ coming up right after this. Will be Fathead and Dazzla from Disorient. Will be guests on the show tonight, so definitely check that out. A shout out to Queen and Cool Whip. Muted Monster will be camming that one, it looks like, and be fun times ahead. So definitely stay tuned after this cast to go right into your 2CQ Mondays, as one day, maybe 2 day, will be a 3-point play, but no, it dings anyways as Noctum gets the grab. Fortunate miss there, because that will at least keep them right within reach for Red Matter to still make a comeback. 6-0 doesn't look so bad, and 6-3 even better. There you go. So what could have been a 9-0 lead had that last 3 been made from the Wireless Jacks, it just turns into a 3-point game. Kind of basically a 6-point swing in the span of those 10 seconds across the floor. So very well done from Red Matter to still be in this one, because as we recall, they did win that third round of the first set, and looking to maybe repeat history here at the very least in the final round of this match. Taking it is Sizzle. Sizzle sends it over to the middle, but nobody there except some Jack Stacks. Blitz there, getting stunned. Noctum getting stunned. Brawls aplenty. And setting it out to maybe a fling from a fadeaway position, but no. Jazz the rebound, the shot found, the 2-point, 7-meter shot. It's a 1-point game. Jazz able to squeeze it through the goalies some way, somehow. And again, the almost symmetry among these players continuing to provide. Jazz with 9 points, Sizzle with 8, Noctum with 5. Just as well, 2 assists apiece for Sokka, Sizzle, and Noctum. In this set, that is. But yeah, doing a wonderful job there. Now, Gilligan with the disc from the shoulder. You can kind of see the traffic now dispersing, just waiting for the positions to unfold. Gilligan, wow, right through all of the defenders.
Yeah.
And the calmness of Gil there, able to bob and weave before finding Blitz. Just beautiful job by Gilligan to set up that play, and Blitz, kind of the easiest part of that whole situation. Just, give me the disc 2 feet from the goal. Yeah, I'll finish that one.
Hold my beer.
Exactly. Hold my beer league.
I was gonna just comment on just their juking and their style, just breaking up the Red Matter's defense bubble. taking it in. Which, just commenting in.
Hold on, hold the shots!
Yeah,
Oh man,
so close.
that was almost a mid-court fadeaway. You don't see those too often. But will.i.am does get the goal there. They absolutely, juking is, it's a big, it's an important skill to have, right? It's one that it's more. Some people can do it unnecessarily, right? There's purposeless jukes that are just for the sake of juking, but there's also some jukes that are, they're for a purpose, right? They are specifically to create space or create a couple seconds of time just to have a passing lane or shot lane open up, and that's what we kind of saw there from Gil a few moments ago. Right here, Jazz needs none of that because that goal was empty, although the defense was near. A nice 2-pointer to put them within 3 points again here. So time ticking down, still a couple minutes left, 2.5 just about. Gilligan and Co here for the Wireless Jacks up by a few. Venom with a pass to Blitz in the mid line as the Sizzle and Sokka stack cause a little bit of trouble, even a lot bit in fact. But that said, still squeezing through a pass over to Blitz who misses a shot there off the barrier. And meanwhile, a deep shot down the other side of the floor. Tap by Jazz, and that's on tap for Red Matter.
Even it up.
10-10, and fittingly, that was 10 out of 10 on that attempt from Jazz, showing great contempt for the Wireless Jacks here, saying, you know what, you may have won the first couple of battles, but we'll at least win this third round war, if nothing else. It has been back and forth this entire way across this entire last hour and a half just about. They have been on fire, these two teams, just kind of trading goals and not really, no one squeezing more than a 2 or 3 goal advantage at most. But otherwise, it's really been within, it seems like, 2 to 4 points at the end of these games every single time. Pass a bit astray, but a fortunate bounce. Oh, and a less fortunate bounce as it misses the goal and goes off the backboard. Will be cleared into the stack. A great stun, though, from Gilligan. Oh, but will it matter? Maybe not. Will it matter? No! It's a shot miss there. They had the opportunity, and every single one of these misses on the shots, every single one of these steals, the pressure is on for these teams. They both want to win equally, and that's the case. Doesn't matter if it's a competitive match or just a scrim, or otherwise. If you're a gamer, you want to game, you want to win, and right now they are just having, for both sides, struggle to find that result. The miss on the goal, again, just costing both teams here, so it will be basically maybe a final goal. I mean, one goal here could very well win it. Not a ton of time left. 40 seconds, and in a hot second, a flash of a pan, Gilligan from Venom puts him up by 2 on the classic play. It is provided over and over for the Wireless Jacks, not only in this set, not only in this hour, but in these last 2 or 3 years now. 20 seconds left. Not a lot of time, but some time for maybe a quick play. Will they tie it? Will they go to overtime? They have a chance at either. Let's see. Could win this game with a 3, but I'm sure they'll take a 2 gladly. will.i.am, though, the interception, and with that, the collection of the win. It is a third round 2-point win for the Wireless Jacks, a 3-round win overall in this set, and man, they have just been this close every single time. The last 60 minutes of play across 2 sets. I mean, it has been within, again, I think 2 to 4 points in every round, I feel like. So, Wireless Jacks, they will be the victors here. Doing what they do so well, which is to say, pile up a billion assists and just getting everyone scoring opportunities. But yeah, absolutely. Shout out to Red Matter because, technically the loss in terms of the set count and the round count, but they just competed, hardcore offensively and defensively with a team who is, despite not technically being a Vermal team for a couple years now. I mean. They were and still are at that same type of high level. So I think this is still good signs for Red Matter. They got footage to review for sure going into the new season of VRML coming up soon.
Yep, season 6.
Yep. Basically, it'll give them great footage to watch over, little things to tweak here and there. But despite the loss, I do feel like it should be kind of a confidence boost almost in a sense, because it's like the things that they did wrong were just kind of the more like simple things, right? That are very fixable and might not even happen next time, just in terms of like certain shots that miss that usually might go in, right?
Yeah, and they're a competent team too, so it's like some of those things they realize themselves. Oh, this was a miss. I can work on this next time.
Yeah.
Or this was an obvious thing. Like it seems like they're Red Matter is a well-oiled machine, and they maybe just had little blips here and there that led to the loss. But overall, very solid team.
Exactly. So nothing that they did. None of the mistakes or none of the things like that were fundamental mistakes, right? Which is good. They were mechanical mistakes, which again is good because, off day on execution on a few passes here, a couple shots here, happens every team. But the fact is they were in position, great position to actually have those plays and set themselves up for a lot of success, right? So it's like next time around they execute the same way, they space the same way, they go for the same passes, they get those same shot opportunities. Against the next team they play, the next scrim they play, that's like guaranteed they're going to win those games and have a lot of success going forward. So 100%. Nothing long term. That said, Defocus, any parting thoughts there? Because I know we are very close to 2CQ time, so I guess I won't hang too long here.
That we are. I'm not a man of many words, and tonight's been fun. It's a pleasure coming in and chiming in, here and there with you, and another great cast. I'm gonna get some rest, and hopefully you do too. Yeah,
well recoveries to Defocus for sure. Appreciate you camming and casting and just being around. Shout out to again Red Matter Wireless Jacks for doing what they do, which is to say provide 60 minutes of awesome gameplay. But otherwise, 2CQ is coming up next, so don't go too far. We're going to switch cameramen, but otherwise be back here on Viridis. Again, tonight from Disorient, it will be Fathead and Dazzla guesting on the show with Queen, Zyla, and Cool Whip. So, I've been Palidore here on the Wireless Cast. That's been Defocus. Until next time, be happy, healthy, safe, be good to each other, and I'll see you real soon, but Viridis will see you right here after a very quick turnover of casters.
Very quick.
Be right back.
Take care.
Ready? Do you want me to count you in?
No,
do you want me to
I
count
got
you in?
All right.
Okay.
Stick it. Stick it. Stick it. Stick it. What advice do you have for the next generation of women coming into the sport?
I would say find people who respect you.
The word Ben, yes.
With the word I.
Let's see how this is going.
There's one for you.
Dorm room? I'm getting so good at this, you guys. Wow.
Thanks.
1 second. I'm sorry. Oh, God. How did I say it again? Caterpillar?
Caterpillar.
I was told to ask you about how you peed on one of your controllers.
Wait.
My first impression of the Queen...
Said Buzzer might need an API.